Hello, everybody. I'm Rémi Laurin from Semtech. Very excited today to present this third episode of the WAN Network Show. As you know now, the WAN Network Show is the new Semtech podcast aiming to walk you through all the leading LoRaWAN operators across the world, as well as thought leaders having an impact on LoRaWAN ecosystem. Today, we are pleased to welcome Czech Republic Radiokomunikace, the leading LoRaWAN operator in Czech Republic, and we're gonna feature CRA, but Mr. Jan Skabrada, that is the IoT unit manager at CRA. Welcome, Jan. So we know you now since 5 years. And so I know that you are also very excited. Jan, can you please introduce yourself and your company, please?
Okay. Hello, Remy. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you and talk about our IoT business and ecosystem. As was mentioned, my name is Jan Skabrada. I'm responsible for IoT business unit at České Radiokomunikace, which we may call CRA in our discussion to make it simple. CRA was originally, it's decades ago, a state-owned company in Czech Republic responsible for building and operating the infrastructure for TV and radio broadcasting. And after the transition to private ownership, which is since 90s, we are focusing on the development also of ICT infrastructure services beyond the broadcasting. We are currently a provider of ICT services like hosting services, cloud services for a wide range of corporate and government customers. And IoT, Internet of Things, is an evolutionary solution for us to basically monetize our assets.
Cool. You are clearly a legacy operator in Czech Republic. I think that you are completely entrenched in the country on many markets. Could you share with the audience, please, Jan, the type of LoRaWAN public network that you deploy and operate in the Czech Republic?
Okay. Back in 2015, we started the construction of the network, LoRaWAN network, which currently covers the Czech Republic with more than 1,400 concentrators. We use one of the well-known commercial network server, which is located on site in our own cloud here at Prague. We are part of critical infrastructure of Czech Republic, so we hold the high standard of availability and holding the data in secured environment of CRA in Czech Republic. This allows us to provide also SLAs on our services, which is one of our competitive advantages. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. We provide our infrastructure services to anybody from B2B or governments who wants to deploy their IoT services on our LoRaWAN network. And we have, I would say, hundreds of customers from the micro startups to the big national institutions and international corporates. So we use our own towers, but we also work with the partners to deploy gateways when the signal boosting is needed in specific locations. And now we basically cover all Czech Republic with our gateway for outdoor applications. And we are ready to cooperate with our partners on any project development of our network in specific location. Maybe at last, we have programmed our own IoT portal, which is where our customers can manage their accounts, their services, and activate devices, set endpoints, etc.
So thank you. You clearly operate on an end-to-end business model. You are able to climb up the value chain. I like to say that in business, unicity is the key word. And how are you unique on the market? What is your DNA, Jan? What are your main strengths?
Yeah, I would say, is it the same as with our other ICT services? Our uniqueness is due to our pro-customer approach. We are customer oriented, and I would say we tailor our offer to our customers, not our customers to our products. And we are also always referring to professional solutions with maximum safety. As I said, we are ready to cover the network where needed. And although we are an infrastructure company, we are also expanding our competencies into complex projects in IoT. We coordinate an ecosystem of partners who are dedicated to hardware, to applications, to any kind of services beyond IoT. And thanks to this, we are able to bring added value to our customers in the form of offering comprehensive solutions. The entire backend operates in a CRA environment, so we can provide our customers with SLAs for the IT part of our IoT solutions, guaranteeing the data does not leave the Czech Republic. And thanks to the fact that we fall under the critical infrastructure of the state, our customers can be assured of a high standard of a complex security. We have experience, both positive and also less positive sometimes, which is important because that we are happy to share with our partners to enable them to start and run their projects more smoothly since the beginning. And we are not afraid of prime contracting and taking responsibility for delivery of the complex projects from, I would say, consultation, design to delivery, implementation, supervision, and subsequent development.
Cool. So Jan, you know that at the end of the day, it ends up to be a customer story with a specific use case. What are your target customers or your target or sweet spot use cases?
Okay. I would say that anyone with a sincere interest in IoT is our target customer. We focus on large projects, of course, but we can also serve individuals who just want to try out IoT connectivity, who want to try out LoRaWAN services, or how the projects can be deployed. We have expertise in all IoT, known verticals such as utilities and energy, maybe smart cities, a lot, environment, industry, retail. There's really a lot.
So you've been pushing for LoRaWAN since the inception, now 7 years ago, for the LoRa Alliance creation, and welcome to Paris next week at LoRaWAN World Expo. What LoRaWAN or how LoRaWAN is unique to support your IoT business in Czech Republic? Because you might have been able to choose over LP1 when you started this massive IoT story, right?
Honestly, we started with another technology and we ran away quickly to LoRaWAN. I think openness in the possibilities of using LoRaWAN technology, it is like great advantage. The idea that anyone can build own IoT network on the top of the LoRaWAN protocol is fascinating for me. We add our own operational experience so that even large customers can rely on this IoT network and benefit from its advantages. And also, what I really appreciate are the people who are involved in the LoRaWAN ecosystem alliance and who are constantly coming up with the new ideas, solutions, bad or also even good things which could be deployed, solutions, and pushing the boundaries of IoT as a concept to new levels. Also, for example, in the form of technical discussions or sharing business experience and replication of successful projects across the LoRaWAN ecosystem. This is something which really helps to grow the market, because in case you are part of LoRaWAN family, you are never alone, which is very important.
I like the mindset. You explained that CRA is not a new operator in Czech Republic. You've been involved in the life of this country for tens of years, even century. And so I guess that you are concerned by this ESG development that is key for the community. And could you share with us, with the audience, some ESG project or plan for CRA in Czech Republic?
Yes, we are part or we are also taking ESG in our processes. I think it's very important. And we have a number of projects running on our infrastructure with a direct impact on improving public life and for improving ESG as a complex. For example, remote water metering and water network management systems not only contribute to the prevention of technical or non-technical loss, but also ultimately teach end customers to understand their consumption behavior and its impacts. For example, if water is scarce in any kind of a small village, local residents can quite easily use IoT technologies to monitor their behavior, their consumption, and behave responsible towards the others. If, for example, someone does not behave responsibly, and it happening in Czech, for example, fills up its swimming pool, even the worst drought season when their neighbors have nothing to drink, the local water company has a tool in IoT to in hand to monitor this behavior, draw attention to it, and lead the discussion. Other times, our infrastructure is used, for example, in energy management projects, reducing the carbon footprint, which has direct impact on meeting the ESG standards. This is something that, in a holistic view, I think has a major impact on long-term sustainability. We are now starting with our partners the big projects for a main Central European logistic company, and the whole energy management system will be driven on our LoRaWAN network. We also participate in the research and development projects together with renowned Czech universities, and together with our partners, we develop a number of interesting ideas into practice. For example, we are developing a system for detecting vehicles with excessive particulate emissions. It is a unique solution which, in the form we are developing, is unprecedented in the world. And the system will autonomously assess the emissions of passing vehicles and alert of those that should have a working particulate filter, but the emissions floor does not match to it. We are currently preparing the system for pilot deployment in Prague, and and I'm pretty sure we will be successful, we will be happy to offer this unique system also to other cities in Czech Republic and even abroad. Some other R&D projects are focused on healthcare, for example. We focus on definition and development of a comprehensive solution for remote patient monitoring, or, for example, solution for detecting the impact of improper sitting and movement and preventing negative effects on human health from that. We are currently developing this project with the Czech Police University, and if we are successful in our funding, of course, application, we will pilot our approach on selected police officers in Czech Republic in the coming years. I would say it's really a lot. Projects like these, we also focus on water conservation projects in the landscape, optimizing irrigation in city parks. We are also interested in indoor environment and offer a comprehensive set of tools for detecting unsuitable conditions like CO2, breathable air, TVOC, volatile substances, boxes like this connected to cloud on our LoRaWAN network. And this we would like to offer to schools, theaters, restaurants, but also offices, libraries, and so on. And in all these areas, I see a positive responses because we, I would say, as a human society, are being to be interested in our surroundings, which is good. And I think IoT is a good tool for monitoring our behavior, evaluating real situations, and changing the behavior or process, leading to a change for the better.
Cool. What I see with CRA, you are working while you are saying, it's not only an ESG trending plan, you execute on it, you implement with a real life project. Thank you for this comprehensive description of what you are doing. It's really inspiring. And you said just before that you tested other technologies. So people think and speak about 5G. what would be the segmentation or the comparison, if any, between LoRaWAN and 4G, 5G world? How do you see that?
That's a good question. I mean, no technology is self-sustaining, nor do we blindly force LoRaWAN or any other LPWAN technology into projects where it is not appropriate. On the contrary, we look for suitable solutions for LPWAN technologies, where we evangelize their benefits and look for suitable technical alternatives in other cases. This approach is also leading us to gradually become infrastructure integrator. And the goal is for our clients not to have to figure out how to distribute different data in an appropriate way, but to have us the expert who will provide data from different sources and therefore technologies in one place or one API, which could be our IoT portal that I talked about at the beginning. And we are already actively testing 4G, 5G technologies today so that we can proactively offer the technology mix and benefits of working with an infrastructure integrator in the near future.
Cool. So you did a lot, but what will be the next step for CRA and LoRaWAN on the Czech market?
A lot of things to do, happily. For sure, we will continue to work on the development of the LoRaWAN network and our coverage in the project cases where is needed. At the same time, we will prepare our position as an infrastructure integrator so that clients have data from different IoT technologies in one place, in one API. Last but not least, together with our partners, we will continue to develop complex solutions from simple ones that can be deployed realistically in a matter of days to more complex ones that are preceded by robust research, analysis, development, involving the best minds in the Czech academic world.
Okay, so could you share, because every market is specific in a way, even if massive IoT is global, with LoRaWAN in 200 plus countries. Do you think, what is specific to Czech market in IoT today?
Well, I would say if I look also even a little bit to the past, the Czech IoT market since the beginning has been a very competitive environment since its inception, I would say, even for its relatively small size. In a small market, all well-known LPWAN market participants have met with more or less success. Like Sigfox technologies are in operation here. Mobile operators are very active, testing narrowband IoT or 5G technologies. The Czech Republic has been used by some of the operators, mobile network operators, and we have 3 of them here as a testing ground for new technologies. So from these reasons, the market is really competitive. At the same time, the Czechs are a nation of do-it-yourselves and skilled technicians. So there are relatively a lot of local networks whose operators often only after some time of operation find that it is more profitable and more efficient to leave the infrastructure layer to companies of our type and focus on their own business, which we can ultimately help them develop significantly after joining our ecosystem. All of these aspects present us a day-to-day challenge, but I think it is a positive situation for us because I indeed see healthy and natural competition as an advantage, because anybody who is prepared to show the world an interesting IoT product or solution with added value for the, I would say individual or society is an asset to the overall IoT ecosystem. And at the same time, the competition will not let us rest on our arms and is constantly pushing us to come up with a new, better, more efficient, sophisticated approaches, project, or solutions. So I'm happy about this compete environment here.
Yes, I understand. It's I think it's a positive attitude that you are describing. And you proved that LoRaWAN is pretty strong on this market. But how do you see massive IoT competition in your country? And in a way, how do you differentiate?
Well, as was mentioned in the beginning, we offer a comprehensive and pro-customer approach. We first try to understand the customer's need and then look for a suitable solution based on that. If we can't find such a solution, we are not afraid to involve experts for the respective verticals. We are like university or international environments in the discussion. We also offer a high standard of operation, availability and security. After all, we are critical infrastructure of the state. And this implies certain obligations that we apply across our technology portfolio. And at the same time, we are a strong and healthy company. We are not under financial stress, and we always look for the best value for money for and together with our customer and partners.
Cool. Seems that you are very strong today. And how do you prepare for the evolution, or how do you see the evolution of the IoT market in Czech Republic?
Yeah, I would say initially, in the past, it was interest of many companies or individuals who wanted to understand the potential of these technologies. So we dealt with a lot of projects like pilot projects, proof of concepts, and often we or partners evaluate it after a while that IoT might not be the best tool to address their needs. On the other side, we found some diamonds together with our partners, and later areas where IoT really made sense crystallized. We are developing these areas together and moving from the realm of, I would say, numerous of pilot projects to a few robust projects where we are going into rollout. And IoT is becoming relevant business for us with recurring revenue. We still grow like double digit per year, which make us really happy.
Well, impressed. Could you share the most compelling LoRaWAN customer project that you are working on these days?
Well, I will talk more about verticals. In general, smart energy and utility metering and monitoring is the number one still. We currently provide our services to large enterprises, cities, and integrators. However, we are also seeing increasing demand from apartment building management, facility management companies, and so on in this area. We also have our own solutions, for example, for monitoring the storage of medicine, which complies with the requirements of the relevant legislation. This comprehensive solution is simple to deploy and can be handled by any staff member in the practice. For example, the solution has been successfully deployed in the logistic and storage of COVID vaccines, sorry, and has in one case served as a proof of correct storage of vaccination institution during an inspection by the State Institute for Drug Control. So it was quite successful and still it is. We also cooperate with retailers, for example, breweries. Czech Republic is a, let's say, country of beer, where we again monitor storage conditions to ensure the high quality of their products or provide documents for exemplary controls. And at the same time, we develop projects ranging from tracking the movement of beverage barrels to detecting the temperature of tapping equipment. And then at the last, all of the R&D projects, research and developments, here we perceive a significant potential, and I would say not only in the Czech Republic.
Thank you, Jan. And you know that as director for LoRaWAN networks at Semtech and chairman of the LoRa Alliance LoRaWAN operator community, I'm very involved in this roaming story. CRA was one of the first in the world to look deeply at this roaming and implement it. Could you share some development on roaming and interconnection with other countries?
Yeah, it's a quite interesting topic. Time ago, we launched I would call it POC, proof of concept, with our Slovak partner, LoRaWAN. We are connected at the network server levels. If we see a client who wants to use LoRaWAN in Slovakia and have data on their CZ Czech Republic API on our cloud, we offer them SlovaNet connectivity. And the data is sent on the backend to us and we push it to the APIs. And conversely, if SlovaNet has a client in Czech Republic who wants to work with data on their Slovak API layer, we send the data to SlovaNet. It's kind of, I would say, handmade roaming. It's one side. And from the other side, we are currently before the start of the official POC with Activity Hub, which is very important and progressing for us. We are working on the implementation. We are working on some paper stuff and so on. But after that, we'll be able to connect professionally with an operator that is also integrated with Activity Hub. We are in discussion with Swisscom, for example. I would be very happy to open discussions with the other partners. So if anyone needs connectivity in Czech or Slovakia, Czechoslovakia Federation, if I can call so, we are open for discussion.
It's very clear, Jan, that you open your mind, but also your views on international markets, especially because of the location of Eastern Europe, that is on the key routes for logistics, for instance. If I want to subscribe LoRaWAN connectivity or end-to-end services, because you are able to manage complex projects, what is the process? Whom do I need to reach out to?
Well, it's quite simple. We currently focus on B2B and government sphere, B2G. However, anyone can set up a limited test account on our website. And if anyone requires a professional service, they can contact our sales department, which is under the IoT unit in Czech Republic. And after setting up a commercial account, each client manages their own services through our IoT portal. So it's quite simple, it's easy. You can do it remotely, basically. So if you are interested, I can open also account for you, Remy.
Okay, I will. So, Jan, we come to the end of this inspiring interview. A big thank to you, Jan. We appreciate.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for new episodes and sign up for new episode alerts.